In Ghana, this is known as Agushi or Akatwa. Our Nigerian counterparts call it Egusi. I believe it's musk melon seeds in English. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to transform the seeds into a paste and a powdered state. With these two variations, you can be sure that whenever you're about to make your favorite dishes using this particular ingredient, your cooking time will be shortened. So do stay with me and let's get the video started. Normally, I'll get the seeds from the market in its, raw state basically. So the truth is that sometimes there are some unwanted particles in there, some foreign materials in there. So you would have to take your time and pick out the bad ones. First of all, you're going to pick out the bad agushi or egusi seeds. And then you're going to pick out the foreign materials like probably beans, other grains that you don't want in there as well. So this is a labor of love, but you don't want to skip the process because the way we are going to transform the seeds, if you do not pick out the bad ones, you're not going to get the healthiest form basically. Then you might as well have bought it transformed already into the paste or the powdered form in the market. And if you're like me who has trust issues sometimes, it's not an option, okay? So watch me as I pick out the unwanted particles from it and then we'll go ahead and proceed to the next stage. If you are new here, thank you so much for passing through. My name is Yasmi and this is my kitchen taste and bloom. Please subscribe to the channel because it's completely free, okay? And also turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload any future videos, you do not miss any of it. And that includes the returning subscribers as well. Please leave the notification bell on for me, okay? Thank you so much. So now that I've picked out the bad seeds, okay, I'm going to go ahead and wash thoroughly. So do not skip the washing process as well because when you wash, you would also realize that some of the bad ones that you missed when picking out your seeds will begin to float on top of the water. Exactly. Then you're free to wash it again, probably 4 times or 5 times. And then once you can testify that all those bad ones are out of the water, you go ahead and use your agushi or egusi. Basically, wash the seas till your water runs clear or does not look foggy or anything of that sort. I'm sure you understand what I mean, okay? So once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and get out my colander or sieve, whatever you want to use to essentially drain the excess water from your seeds, okay? So you don't need the excess moisture or water in your seeds, okay? That's why it's important to pass it through the colander first to ensure that the water drains out of it. Granted, one of the methods you'll be using water to aid the process, but when it comes to cooking with agushi or egusi, you don't want it to be too liquidy, if that makes sense. So you don't want too much water around the seeds essentially before blending. And also, with this quantity you are seeing in the video, I'm going to show you the two methods. So it was important for me to pass it through the colander first to ensure that all the water, or yeah, most of the liquid is out of it before proceeding. So for the first method, we are going to be transforming the seeds into a powder form. So one way you can do that is to heat up a pan or a saucepan or any utensil basically. And then once it's heated on low heat, you pour in your seeds. What you have to do is to keep stirring, keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn, okay? But personally, I don't want that wahala, so I'm going to go ahead and dry the seeds in my oven. So with the oven as well, make sure it's not on high, okay? So I put it in my oven at 150 degrees when it was heating, okay? And then once I put this in my oven, I turned it down to 100 degrees. And I left it in there for about 30 minutes while keeping a close eye on it. I know every oven is different, okay? So please do not walk away. Monitor it till it's dry. We are not looking for any browning or anything. Just make sure the water is all out of there and then you're good to go. Okay, so now my seeds are completely dry. I waited for them to cool down a bit. So the first method, just get out your dry meal blender, the small one, that's it. Okay, and then you put in the amount that it can take, cover your blender, and then blend into the powdered state. So for this method, you do not add any water at all. Usually in Ghana, when you go to the market women, that's how they sell it when it's not in the seeds form. Okay, so that's it for the first method. How I store this is to just put it in my refrigerator covered. That's it. Whenever I need to use it, I just bring it out, add a bit of water to make my paste, and then I'm good to go. Now let's move to the second method, which is the paste. Okay, so I'll pour my seeds into my blender, add enough water, and then blend. But we are not looking for a runny consistency, so don't add too much water. Just get a good blender, and then you're good to go. Okay, so once this is processed into a paste, I am free to use it in any of the dishes that require agushi. Okay, so with this, usually when I do this method, I am using it straight away, but you can also store this in the refrigerator. But I would advise that once you process this into a paste form, don't put it in the fridge for more than 3 days. Okay, so that's it for the two methods. Very easy to put together, and you're good to go whenever you want to make those meals that require agushi or agusi. And then, of course, you cut down your meal prep time. I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know in the comment section what you think or how you process your agushi or egusi when you get it from the market. And also give me a thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment down below, like I've already mentioned. And on your way out, share this video and let's get the family growing. And until we meet again in another video, please don't forget to keep blooming.